What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. What never ceases to amaze me is how human we all are. I know that may sound like a weird statement to make, because of course we are all human, right? But you don't really believe that because you carry prejudices. You see yourself and your kind as different than others. You separate people by their skin color, by their upbringing, by their last name, by what's in their pockets. You think you're so different than all the other humans. You have decided on what you deserve and how it's reserved for you and yours. But I'm here to burst your bubble. You cannot tell someone's humanity apart without your eyes. And your over-reliance on your sight blurs your vision. After my workout sessions, I usually sit in the corner of the gym and do a 10 to 15 minute meditation. And I do this in the gym on purpose, because real life isn't your peaceful, silent corner with a comfortable cushion. Real life is full of noise and distractions and competing sounds trying to grab your attention. So meditating in a loud gym with music on, with people having conversations left and right of me, is the perfect setting to train for real life. And meditation isn't about silencing your mind. It's about being able to see it apart from you that transcends it. So the other day while meditating, someone, as usual, was hovering next to me on a phone call with their girlfriend. And in the bits and pieces that pierced my concentration, the gist of it that I received was no different than the drama that I experienced in my own life. Trust issues, disappointments, frustration, and ultimatums. None of it different than what I have experienced or have talked to my friends about. And while that shouldn't surprise me, what made me come to terms with my own arrogance or my own biases is that once I opened my eyes, I saw the person having this discussion was one of the workers in the gym. And again, if you know anything about India and social classes, the person in the gym who works there to help and clean earns maybe less than $200 a month. And that's being generous. So of course, just like you, I other them because Maslow's hierarchy of needs and all. And I just assumed that while struggling to barely make ends meet, that they couldn't possibly have the same issues as me. And that's when I was taken back by my own ego, because I realized we are all in the same boat. Our sentience, our aliveness, our ability to feel pain, cause pain, hurt, and be hurt transcends to all human beings. That we share way more about how we experience the world than I'd like to admit. And no matter where you get to in life, no matter how successful or how accomplished, no matter any external achievement or possession, you are never free from your humanity. Our experience of life, of all of its qualms and aches, are not very different than that of your neighbors. We all share in our humanity. There is no one that doesn't hurt, doesn't grieve, doesn't feel lost, doesn't feel hunger, doesn't expect more from life. Everyone you know is fighting the same wars in their mind. I read a poem that says, I never met a heart that wasn't a superhero in disguise or a grenade ready to explode. I never met a soul that wasn't a battlefield or a story that needed to be told. But I've seen plenty of broken dreams lying helpless on the ground. I've seen plenty of silent screams waiting to be heard and found. Everyone you know is fighting a battle, not much different than yours. What distracts us is the trappings of the outside. We constantly try to trade away internal assets for external ones. We value the wrong things because the right things are laborious to see and almost impossible to see. How can you see someone from the inside? We can barely see ourselves. And so we get fooled by what is easily seen. The novelist Anne Lamott has a TED talk where she said something I've saved for a long time. She says, there is almost nothing outside of you that will help in any kind of lasting way. You cannot buy, achieve, or date serenity or peace of mind. This is the most horrible truth, and I so resent it. But it's an inside job. Everything is. It's all an inside job. The only way to transcend your humanity is to go inward. There is nothing outside of you that would change the experience of you. Most of your sentience, your sensibility, your perceptions, your awareness, most of it is governed by your subconscious and biased by what your eyes see. Something way deep below the surface. On the surface, all of us are having the same experience because we are all bounded by the push and pull of humanity. The same struggles for love, for significance, for contribution. On the surface, all of it is a chase, a yearning that never goes away, a thirst that is never quenched. And so you may go around in circles, chasing everything, playing the game of acquiring all that you think that will give you worth, give you peace. But you will come back to this very realization. If you want it all to be free from this humanness that weighs us down, there is nowhere to go but inward. No money, no status will free you like you. While we might all share in the conflicts of humanity, what allows you to tap into your uniquely divine essence, what frees you is in you. I love you, family. Stay true always. I'll see you on the next show.